Hi everyone, this is Christy. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. We have a few cards pulled out. The very first one is number 6, Snake. And a snake is a very rare medicine card. So the initiation involves experiencing and living through a multiple of snake bites, which allows them to transmute all poisons, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. The power of snake medicine is the power of creation. It embodies sexuality, psychic energy, alchemy, reproduction, and ascension, or even immortality. The transmutation of life, death, and rebirth cycle is exemplified in the shedding of snake skin. The energy of wholeness and cosmic consciousness, the ability to experience anything willing and without resistance. The knowledge of knowing of equal creation and the experience of poison being eaten, ingested, integrated, and transmuted is one that has a proper state of mind. Completely understanding and accepting being a universal being, of accepting all aspects of your life, bringing about transmutation of fire medicine, which is a functioning energy. On the material level, it would be passion, desire, procreation, physical vitality. On an emotional plane, it's ambition, creation, resolution, and dreams. On a mental plane, it becomes intelligence, power, charisma, and leadership. So on a spiritual plane, even, it would be wisdom, understanding, wholeness, or connection to the divine. So it's really calling about to for you to transmute some thought or action or desire so that wholeness can be achieved. So in essence, you're actually going to be ascending with this process. And it's really heavy magic. So magic is no more than a change of consciousness, but it is the magician or the enchantress transmutes the energy and accepts the power of the fire. Next card is Swan. So Swan's number 39. So Swan is really about healing and acceptance of a state of grace. And it's learning to surrender to the grace of rhythm of the universe and slipping from our physical bodies into that dream time state. Swan medicine teaches us to be one with all planes of consciousness, to trust in God's protection. Swan ushers in a time of altered states of awareness, of development in our intuitive abilities. Swan medicine people have the ability to see the future, to surrender the power of God, and to accept the healing and transformation of their lives. So the Swan card is telling you to accept your ability to know what lies ahead. If you are resisting your self-transformation, relax. It will be easier if you go with the flow. Stop denying that you know who is calling when the phone rings. Pay attention to your hunches and your gut instinct. Honor your intuitive side. Then we have Lynx, which is number 18. So Lynx is about secrets. It is said that if you want to find out a secret, ask Lynx medicine. Unfortunately, it's difficult to get the silent lynx to speak. To be confronted by powerful medicine of links signifies that you do not know something about yourself or about others. Lynx is the keeper of secrets, of lost magical systems and occult knowledge. Link has the ability to move through time, space, and to go into the great silence of unraveling any mystery. Lynx is not the guardian of secrets, but the knower of secrets. The problem lies in getting Lynx to instruct you. He or she would rather be off chasing a bird or kicking sand in your face than running circles around you. Lynx medicine is a very specific type of clairvoyance. And this is strong in you, and you get mental pictures concerning other people and exact things they have hidden, either from themselves or from others. You will see their fears, their lies, and their self-deceptions. You will also know where they are hiding the treasure, if there is any. You never speak of these revelations, you just simply know. The only way that you can coax information about yourself out of the Lynx medicine is to respect the practices of tradition. You must show respect by really reaching into that midsection or that traditional methods to help you. So this could be meditation or offering lighting a candle in memory of spirit. So really welcoming that spiritual side. If you're practicing Native American medicine, then it could be even offering tobacco. And there's very different practices that you can do. If you want to look more into that, just really search in your belief as to what it is that you offer to really bring spirit a welcoming gift. And you can be sure that secrets are around you. You should listen to your higher self, be still and pay attention to revelations you receive, either in the form of mental pictures or through a high singing voice in your inner ear. Perhaps you will receive information in a form of omens. You can be sure that Mother Earth is signaling to you in the same manner. So listen and teach yourself of your personal power and of things that you have forgotten about yourself. You can look into some of these practices that you used to do and have not been applying to your daily life and return that back into your life. And really doing that deep searching. So if you find yourself having a fear or a belief system, ask yourself the question as to where did this come from? Was this something that was always within you? And if it doesn't feel right, then really do some of that soul searching and look inside you for those answers. Then we have the blue heron. The blue heron's number 45, and it's about self-reflection. And the heron's really about, you're asked to follow your intuition and being empowered and journeying into self-realization. And it's urging you to dive into yourself. And Heron teaches you to develop your self-reflective skills. So that you may come to know yourself in a more intimate way and looking at yourself with filming lenses. So, self importance or cloudy perceptions of low self worth or even self pity, you will never understand your true potential or appreciate the opportunities that lie ahead. So examine yourself with a cold eye or an eye of truth and really look at what you wish to improve and how you're willing to change it. If you get stuck in the process, it may be a sign that you're being too hard or critical. Choosing to blame others or constantly pointing the finger at life's situations instead of claiming the responsibility of your actions shows your lack of courage to face the enemy within or even considered your shadow self. So you must be willing to look at yourself and see the truth of your motives, your actions, your feelings, your dreams, your goals, your inner strengths and inner weaknesses, and balance these truths. It shows you how to meet the challenges of your personal weaknesses and how to continue to develop your skills to lead into your higher self, your inner strength, and to be on the road to your purpose. And in the process, trust your path. If you're really struggling to trust that, then that's also something that you should dive into and try to get further understanding. So, a new balance, a sense of self, in order to embrace the potential within you again. The magnificence of human spirit lies waiting in the joy of discovery. Courageously follow through with your journey. And the Heron reminds you that every traveler on life's journey as a messenger, or that every destination is the beginning of a new life cycle. And our last card is Bat, which is number 42. So the bat embraces the idea of a shamanistic death. The ritual death of the healer is steeped in secrets or highly involved initiation rites. Shaman death is a symbolic death of initiate to the old ways of life and personal identity. The initiation that brings the right to heal and to be called shaman is necessarily preceded by the ritual death. Most of these rituals are brutal and hard on the body, the mind, and the spirit. In light of today's standards, it can be very difficult to find a person who can take such training and to come out with a balance intact. The basic idea of the ancient initiations was to break down all the former notions of self, where that you could be healed into that shamanistic practice. And it could be entailed by a brutal test of physical strength and psychic ability and having every emotional button pushed hard. Taunting, spitting on the initiate was common and taught him or her to endure the process of humility and fortitude. And finally, the initiation step was to be buried in the earth for one day to be reborn without the former eagle in the morning. The ritual is very similar to the night of fear practiced by natives of Turtle Island. In this ritual, a shaman to be was sent to a certain location and dug his or her own grave and spent the night in the womb of Mother Earth, totally alone, where the mouth of the grave covered by a blanket, darkness and the sounds of the animals prowling quickly confronts the initiate with his or her fears. The darkness of the grave was also a place in the rituals, so does the cave of the bat. Hanging upside down is a symbol of learning to be transposed your former self into a newborn being. This is also the position that babies assume when they enter the world from the womb. So it symbolizes the need for a ritualistic death of some way that no longer serves you in your new growth. And this is letting go of old habits and assuming your new position in life, and it's a rebirth. So there's parts of your former self that needs to be shed and old patterns. And if you resist your destiny, it could be a long, drawn out, and a painful death. The universe is always asking us to grow and to become our future. And to do this, we must let go of some of these former parts of ourselves. And this is what they are classifying as the shamanistic death. So I find a really great flow within this story. For those of you that really follow numbers, I just wanted to bring to light. We have 2 9s and we have 2 6s. And if you would even like, if you do 9 subtract 3, it would be another 6, but there's also even another 9 in here. And a lot of it is truly about a transformation. It's about seeing truths within ourselves and about our belief system and letting parts of ourselves to go in order for us to have a rebirth and finding ourselves on our path and being ready for that new beginning. And that comes apparent with the bat and the snake. So I see a lot of synchronicities in this reading. I hope that it finds you all well, and that you keep going on your journey. And it is a difficult process, but we're all going through it. Support one another and stay tuned for our next reading. Take care.